Cain and Abel, a story of brotherhood and betrayal. Long ago, after Adam and Eve were banished from the Garden of Eden, they had two sons, Cain, the elder, and Abel, the younger. Cain became a farmer, tilling the soil and growing crops, while Abel became a shepherd, tending to flocks of sheep. Despite their different paths, the two brothers shared the same upbringing, learning about God and his expectations from their parents. One day, the time came for them to bring offerings to God. Abel, out of the depth of his heart and reverence for the Creator, chose the finest and fattest of his sheep, his best. Cain, on the other hand, brought some fruits and crops from his land. As the smoke of their offerings rose into the heavens, God smiled upon Abel's sacrifice, seeing his pure devotion and sincere heart. However, he did not regard Cain's offering in the same way. God saw Cain's heart, knowing that his gift lacked true love and faith. Cain's pride and jealousy flared as he noticed the difference in how God responded to their offerings. His heart, once hardened by his own ego, now boiled with anger against his brother. Why should Abel, his younger brother, be favored? God saw Cain's growing bitterness and approached him with a warning. "Why are you angry, Cain? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Yet despite God's words, the rage within Cain grew stronger. Instead of heeding the warning, Cain let jealousy consume him. One day he approached Abel in the field. "Come, brother," Cain said, masking his malice. Abel, unaware of the looming danger, followed him into the field. There, in a moment of madness, fueled by envy and bitterness, Cain struck his brother down. Abel's life, innocent and trusting, was taken in a brutal instant. The wind grew still and the land seemed to hold its breath. God's voice soon echoed, "Cain, where is your brother Abel?" The blood on Cain's hands had not yet dried when he answered coldly, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God, knowing the truth, declared, "What have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." As the voice of God grew stern, Cain's punishment was sealed. He was cursed from the earth that had opened to receive Abel's blood. No longer would the ground yield crops for him. No matter how hard he worked, he would be a restless wanderer on the earth. Cain, realizing the gravity of his sin, cried out, "My punishment is too great to bear. Anyone who finds me will kill me." But God, in his mercy, placed a mark on Cain, a sign of protection, ensuring that anyone who harmed him would suffer vengeance 7 times over. And so, Cain departed from God's presence, a fugitive, carrying the weight of his guilt and the memory of his brother's death for the rest of his days. He wandered the land of Nod, east of Eden, forever marked by his tragic choice. The story of Cain and Abel reminds us of the destructive power of envy and unchecked anger. It serves as a solemn warning of how easily we can be led astray by our darker emotions, yet also highlights the need for self-control, forgiveness, and the consequences of turning away from God's guidance. Even in judgment, God showed mercy, but Cain's life would never be the same, a symbol of the first human conflict that echoed the brokenness of the world after the fall.